First of all, let me say thank you guys for showing all the love that you showed on my last video. All the new subscribers, I want to say welcome. Hopefully you'll stick around and find the value. So let's go ahead and get into the reason why y'all here. What I plan on doing today is just showing you how you can create your own royalty-free loops, all within the Maschine software, and I'm gonna show you how to do that today. So let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to adjust my tempo. I'm going to put it to like 140 BPM. So we want to go ahead and click tempo. Let's go ahead and set our BPM to 140. All right, come out of tempo. And for the sake of the tutorial, I already have the sounds loaded up just to show you exactly how easy it is to create something like this. First thing you want to do is go into chord mode. So once we get into chord mode, this is the screen that you're going to see right here. It starts off at main, but I want to go to minor. All right, and then again, you can go through all the chords, you know, the scales and stuff like that, you know, on your own time. But I'm gonna go to minor. It's on natural already. Then I'm gonna take harmonizer and I'm gonna put it on chord set. Minor 1. These are the chord progressions that it gives us. All right, so those are the chords that we have to work with. We're gonna go ahead and lay a quick progression down. And again, like we're just gonna roll through it. I'm gonna show you exactly how easy it is to do. We're gonna hold shift and hit record. All right, so we good. We got that pattern laid down. Let's zoom in. And what we're doing is we're going to humanize these chords just a little bit more by nudging them. So let's say we want to take this particular note right here, move it back a little bit. Let's grab this note right here, move this one back a little bit, grab this one, move this back a little bit, grab this one, and this way the notes are not just so stiff and you know, everything is hitting at the same velocity and stuff like that. So that's why we're doing this. All right, so we got that done. Let's go through and adjust the velocity a little bit. And I'm not going to get too surgical with this. All right, so we went through, we adjusted the velocities, and we also nudged the notes back just a little bit. So let's go ahead and listen to it and see how it sounds. All right, good enough. Let's move on to the next instrument. Since we have our chord progression already laid out, let's go ahead and try to find a melody now. So this is our note. Let's come out of pad mode. We're going to go into keyboard mode. All right, once you come into keyboard mode, it's going to be on the scale. You got the main, you got the chromatic type. So, and it's already in the C scale. So let's go ahead and change this. Again, you can go through all, you know, your scales and stuff like that, but we're going to stick with minor since we're already in the minor scale. And that's one of the main things that you want to do is if you choose a scale, you stick with it that way that every note that you hit, for the most part, is just going to go. All right, so let's go ahead and just play around. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So pretty much you see that, it's just everything's gonna work. So let's go ahead and just lay something down. All right, so let's lay that down. Here we go. 1. All right, let's play that back and see how that sounds. All right, cool. See, just that simple. So now we got that together. Let's go ahead and quantize that. All right, so we got the chord progression, we have the melody. So the next thing I have this bass note. All right, what we can do is we can go in again like we did before. Go in. We in the C. Hold on, let's take this down to the minor scale, and now we in C minor. So everything that we would play would go with the scale that we already in. And since this is in a higher octave, we would just go ahead and click down, take it down an octave, since this is going to be a bass sound. That's what we would want. All right, so again, we can play along with it, but here's a real easy way to do it. So basically what we want to do is we're going to take our notes from our chord progression and just we're going to use the bass notes and use them as our bass line. So going to A, we want to click events, and then when we in events, we want to hit select, and then we want to select all. Okay, so now all of the notes are selected. We want to hold shift, hit copy. Now we're going to go to group C. We're going to hold shift and hit paste. So now we copied everything over from group A, all the notes from group A to group C. Let's play it back and hear it. So now while we're in events, we want to delete the higher notes and just leave the bass notes so that we can use that as our bass line. So to do that, we're going to unhighlight all of our bass notes. Now what we want to do is hold shift and hit clear. That way, so we only have our bass notes left. Now let's take a listen to that. All right, so we got our bass line, we have our chord progression, and we have our melody. So let's go ahead and play all three of them together and see how it sounds. All right, not bad. It's sounding pretty good. So that's pretty much how you would do it. Now let's go into group D. All right, so basically what we do again, go into keyboard mode. It's already in the C scale, so we want to take that down to minor. So right now we in the minor scale. We got our lead. All right, so we're just gonna play around with what we have already and show you how it works. And then we're gonna go ahead and put together, you know, a little lead counter melody. Alright, so let's lay that down. Here we go. Alright, so pretty much we got our melody loop, right? So now we want to go ahead and add some little finishing touches on it. We can go ahead and add a little vocal to it. And here let's see, let's unmute that. Have some vocals. Let's take that to keyboard mode. Let's play around with it. Alright, so pretty much everything is still in key. And here we go. We're going to lay down these vocals. Alright, and that's pretty much how you would build out a melody loop from scratch. And from there you can create your pattern. You can do a whole lot of different things with it. And also you can resample it. We're going to go to Group G. We're going to hit Sampling. And then we're going to select Internal because that's what we want to be sampling from inside of Maschine. Master. Alright, we're going to hit the arrow to go over a little bit more, turn it to sync, and it's already on 8 bars, so let's keep it on 8 bars. Gonna hit start and then restart, and then Maschine is gonna sample our sample onto this pad. Okay, so as you can see, we have our sample already on the pad, and now we can just come out of sampling, turn the polyphony down to 1. You know, we can tune it. We can reverse it. Can chop it up. You can do whatever you want. And again, if you want other ideas on how to manipulate the sample, make sure you click this video up here, and that will show you 5 ways that I came up with to manipulate a sample. So again, if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, I think I'm gonna give this sample loop away for free, so check the link in the description, and that way you can download it and you can flip it and do everything that you want to do on your own. All right, so until the next video, I'll holler at you guys. Peace. Stop.